Welcome, Angie,
Hi.
to the Friends and Family podcast. So you're new on the podcast, obviously.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and like what you do for Zox if people aren't familiar with you?
Okay. Well, I am production assistant,
Mm-hmm.
which means I am helping. They're sliding down. I help Nick a lot with production.
Mm-hmm.
I get the artwork and I prep it and send it off to the vendors to make sure that all the artwork gets done correctly and in a timely manner.
I'm glad you put emphasis on that because I feel like every time I hear like some kerfuffle going on in the back of the warehouse, it's always something about the timing and
Yes.
the distribution houses.
Yeah, they kind of fall behind a little bit sometimes, but of course we have our issues on production,
As you
getting
do.
everything hammered out. So that kind of plays part in it.
Yeah, I can imagine. So it's a crazy amount of work that you guys do.
Sorry, they keep
Sliding?
sliding. I'm like, I got my hair there. Okay. Right. There.
You need to construct something that'll like keep it.
Right? A big old helmet.
There
for
you
me.
go. Yeah.
It's the small heads.
I have a really big head, so it's like, yeah. Whenever anyone puts on headphones I've been using, they're like, "Oh my god!" Like I can't wear hats. Like you know how hard it is for me to find a hat that fits my head.
I have the same issue.
Just the opposite?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to get like the adjustable size ones or the kids caps.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Work really well for my head.
I have a problem where like the bigger, like if you have the adjustable ones, the bigger you go, the weirder they fit.
Yes.
You know, and so whenever I'm wearing like a bigger hat and I have it like size to my head, it looks ginormous now. You know, like all over. So like I have a couple of hats. Like I have two trucker hats. One of them is like perfect for my head. The other one is just like it looks ginormous.
All
So,
trucker hats look ridiculous on me. I try to pull them off all the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. The bills end up being way too wide for my head, and then
Oh yeah.
I can't pull it off.
It's one thing I got into. You
Got
get
into?
you get
Get
into
into
trucker
it?
hats? I don't know. I guess so.
They
But
could. It's a trend
I don't know.
sometimes.
I only wore them when I started living here in Texas. So
It is a thing down here. I noticed
is.
that too, because up north it really wasn't a thing.
where are you from?
Illinois,
Illinois,
Chicago,
okay.
Chicagoland area,
Okay.
suburbs.
Is no one's wearing trucker hats up there?
They probably are now. Maybe.
I don't know.
More so in the farmland areas, I guess.
Is there a lot of farmland up in?
Lots of corn.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, lots of corn. We actually lived by a lot of farms,
Mm-hmm.
cows. 4-H is really big up there, so
Okay. Oh, you were how far away from Chicago were you? Like an hour,
was
an
like-
hour and a half, right?
an hour
An hour. Okay.
driving, but mile wise, it was like maybe 50 miles outside of Chicago, so
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't too bad.
Okay. That's not too bad. I lived 34 miles from LA. But it'd take me 3 hours to get to LA.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't care for when I was a kid, we would travel west. We never traveled east. We always went west, and I loved the scenery in California, but the traffic was just too much. Even back then, like when I was a kid, it was like a lot. I'm like, no, I'll take the in and out of Chicago anytime, but LA was just crazy.
So how long have you been working with Zox?
I've been here about going on my 6 months. I started in September of last year.
Okay.
Like
okay.
right after, I think it was like the third week of September. So kind of a newbie.
Okay. Yeah. That was like, I'm sure they brought you on for the holiday craziness.
Well, I was scheduled to start, I think in August.
Okay.
And then I had a function that I had to be at the last weekend of August, so they pushed it back. And then my household got sick, so that pushed it 3 more weeks, almost like 2.5 weeks out. So I was pending to be on board in August, but because of COVID and things that got crazy, ended up being September. But I don't regret anything.
Yeah. Well, you're here now.
Yes.
There you go.
I enjoy it.
Yeah. So
I like
today our strap is Never Give Up.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite designs.
Is it?
It is actually. I like this. I like the
arrows
teal on it.
and yes,
Yeah.
the teal. I do like that color.
Yeah,
it does wear well.
I am also a sucker for like monochromatic designs. So having that the white background with the grayish arrow and
Yeah.
then the teal, and that's your only color I love that stuff.
It's accent. Like I'm a big fan of the black and white art with just a little bit of color, like the reds that pop in there or the red, yellows and blues and stuff. I'm a big fan of that too.
Have you seen Sin City? A little bit of a tangent.
Yes.
See, that's a great example of it, where he uses things to like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, accent, and so you pay attention to it.
I think that was like one of the first movies that I saw that really turned me on to that kind of color scheme and everything. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's
vibrant.
Cool.
Like it just gives you that good feel. Like I don't know. For me, it did.
Well, it makes you pay attention to it. Like, there's only one green arrow or teal arrow. Yeah, I've got one, and then half of another.
I was gonna say, there's one full one, and then one with the label right over it.
Yeah, mine's kind of on too. So, but it makes you pay attention to the design and too, especially on the backside too. That Never Give Up there. So.
My daughter wears this one almost every day.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
That and Keep Calm.
Why does she wear it every day? Do you know?
The Never Give Up. I want to say she does it for the saying of Never Give Up. She gets discouraged a lot, so she just keeps trucking on.
Yeah.
But the colors.
Okay.
The colors is what I think it's mainly the saying on it, but she likes that color too. She's a big fan of the teal.
Okay. Yeah. This teal is great. So, but I wanted to do this one just because I think the Never Give Up is a really good message.
Oh yes.
I mean, we have a lot of good messages here, but I think that kind of perseverance is something that a lot of people need, especially me in my everyday. So, but yeah, do you have any specific stories or anything like that? Like,
not real. I mean, I guess I could say that Never Give Up kind of does play a part in me when I started here. I was not technically a stay-at-home mom. I worked graphic design from home.
Okay.
I was not very disciplined with myself to keep on schedule or, the work environment helps me keep it that way. And when I heard about a job opening here, I was very hesitant on getting back into the work world and working with people, which I really missed working with people. I did. But I was hesitant and I kind of talked myself into it. So I guess it was a never give up type of thing, like restart yourself, restarting in more of a different career, somewhat same technical career path, but different. So I guess I could never give up in my life, never give up moving forward, I guess.
I mean, it sounds like you do it every day when there's a production mishap.
Yeah,
so,
true.
You never give up. I mean, you can't give up.
You can't give up. You got to fix it.
Yeah, those straps have got to come out. So
it does. Yeah. Yes, you are right.
What
about you?
Well, I have a bunch, but one that really came to mind actually just a couple days ago was my dad. He's a big creative person like myself. That's where I got all like my talents is from him and being around that. And so he's always fought recording music.
Oh,
he's
okay.
Always had major problems with it, and he gets really discouraged a lot. And he's a fantastic singer and songwriter. And so I've been trying to get on, like, you need to record your stuff.
Do something.
His old songs are so good. I was like, I want you to record them so I can listen to how you envision it, not just playing it on your acoustic guitar, but like, what do you hear?
That's cool.
Kind of where you can do that as a music production. So I'm like, how to do this. Or he knows the tools and he has the tools. And so he has he's funny because he'll get into it every couple of years and he's like, okay, check this microphone out. And it's like $500. And he's like, look all the modifications I did to it. I was like, okay, cool. But you got to do this. You have to apply it.
You got to use it.
Yeah. And he does this all the time too, where he'll get really into a creative practice, filmmaking or music or something. And he just goes nuts with it. And so he's fine. We sat down a couple days ago on Monday night, actually. And we just went through some recording techniques and practices, and so trying to figure out what he wants and how are we gonna make that happen.
Oh, right.
And he's finally at a point now where he's like, this is the best stuff I've ever made, and so he's finally
That's
after
a never give up.
After not giving up.
Yes.
He's like, I've been trying to do this for 27 years. And
Wow.
it has not sounded as good as I'm getting it now.
Right.
And so I'm just like, finally, I'm like, finally he's at a place where he can like record his music, you know?
That's awesome.
And so, yeah, I chose this a long time ago, like weeks ago when I asked you to be on the podcast. But that, I think, that sitting down with him for like 6 hours on Monday night,
Right.
and just like hammering out
6
the
hours
music.
later.
Yeah. It was just like, okay, that is like a great story for Never Give Up because, like I said, he was trying to do it for 27 years, you know? And
That
so,
is awesome.
yeah.
Well, congratulations to your dad. Good
yeah,
job.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
cool.
I'm super happy for him, and so I'm like bugging him all the time. I'm like, "Have you recorded your songs yet? What are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, I'm still like trying to like mess around with the test that we did on Monday
Right.
and like try to make that sound as good as I can, and then take that and
He'll get
record
there.
music." Oh yeah.
He'll get there.
He better.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep bugging him.
Yeah, I was
about
gonna
it.
say, keep on him.
Exactly.
You gotta keep on him. Just let him know you support him. Just get in there.
Exactly. I do every day. I'm like, come on. So I think that story, I think, for Never Give Up, but I think it just goes hand in hand with like any kind of learning that you do.
Yes.
You know, learning is not going to come easy. It's not going to come
No,
overnight.
it
just
doesn't.
it just takes a long time of just doing it over and over, learning what doesn't work. One of my favorite quotes is actually something that Thomas Edison said when he was he and his assistant were working on the light bulb. When they're trying different things for the filament, different metals. The assistant was getting super discouraged, and he's like, we just failed for the 10,000th time. And then Thomas Edison says, no, we know 10,000 things that are not going to work.
That I do recall that quote. Yes.
Yeah. And that's one of my favorite quotes is like, okay, if you try something out and it doesn't work, good. You're narrowing down all the things that are not going to work, and you're just getting closer to the thing that will.
Process of elimination.
Exactly.
It's just you're getting closer to where you need to be.
Exactly. Sometimes it's not fun because you're like, oh, this is going to be it. And then you try it and it doesn't work out. And you're like, oh, okay,
Dang
now I'm
it.
back to like square one.
Yep.
But I just think it really goes in and just like that idea of you have to keep moving forward.
Yes.
Try everything.
Staying stagnant or stalemate. Staying still is good, but moving forward is better.
I would say staying
think.
stable is good.
Yes. Okay. Stable. That's a better word for it. Yeah.
Yeah. But
That I agree with.
moving forward out of your comfort zone, you know.
Yeah. I mean, we try and do that at the house, like with my kids and stuff, because they'll get stuck in the rut of keep doing the same stuff. And it's like, you guys, you're not getting your results.
Yeah. I mean, it can get boring sometimes.
Uh-huh.
So.
We struggle with that. I think everybody can struggle with that.
Do you think that your kids struggle with that because they're what's their outlook on that? Because they're younger, so are they more energetic and happy than we are? We're like, I've tried this so many times.
My daughter is. She's more happy, like the mover shaker type of girl.
Okay.
She's more. She doesn't take much to heart. Like she has more. I guess she has more of a thicker skin. I could say. So she moves forward very easily. Like not a lot of things drag her down. She'll talk it out. Our boy, he's more hard with things. He takes a lot more personal. It takes him a while to process things and get over it. Right now, he's going through a transition right now of becoming more of a gym rat than being more of a video gamer.
Okay.
So he's a football player. So, I mean, he does have that never give up mentality, but he's very hard on himself. So I constantly have to tell him, get out of your head. Just like the never give up, you got to get out of your head and move forward.
Yeah.
It's a constant reminder. And he's not really fond of the colors, so I can't get him to wear this one. I've tried. He's seen his sisters, but I would really like him to wear this one. I mean, he does wear, I think it's Persistence or I know it's a blue one of some sort, but he does wear a reminder every day. So,
That's cool.
I mean, I got my kids going.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Got some support there. Yeah. Well, I think we can keep this one pretty short. It was pretty straightforward this episode. I do want to keep them kind of on the shorter side, so this is great.
That's good.
Yeah. 'Cause the one I did with Jason was 43 minutes long.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but everybody loves Jason.
Oh, yeah.
I
No,
mean,
it was a great conversation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure the conversation just kept going with him.
Yeah.
He's a good talker. He knows it. He's good to pick the brain.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
is good.
Same with Nick's. Nick's he had
Yes.
some great.
Yes. Nick is.
What's words? No, it's Well, I don't know. He gave me a saying that I've been using recently. I need to tell him. I told him I would check in and tell him, but he was saying that a previous boss of his had told him to like ask people like who they are.
Oh,
but
okay.
They can't talk about their job, so you have to talk about who you are as a person.
Oh,
Not who
okay.
your career, which is some interesting stuff. So
That would be kind of hard.
it's very hard.
I'm trying to think of it in my head. I'm like, oh, that would be kind of hard.
Not
I don't
even
know.
that, but like a stranger, someone you haven't met before.
Yes.
Yeah. So, because
That
that's the
would-
first thing everyone wants to talk about is their job.
Well, yeah, like it's an icebreaker. Like, oh, what do you do? You know, like, what's your profession?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, it's always like an icebreaker. It's not, oh, how's the weather? You know,
Who are you?
who are you?
You're
Yeah,
like,
I know.
I don't even know.
Let me figure that one out.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that one.
Yep.
All right. So we do have some Q&A from some people in VIP and on the YouTube video. So again, quick reminder, if you're watching the YouTube video, just go ahead and drop a comment down below and ask us any question that you want. Make it fun. Because all the production stuff just goes to CS. So we don't say that stuff. Let me get my notes here. See, again, with the thing, I'm too organized sometimes, and so I just get lost in my organization.
I have that issue.
We need a strap about that.
Yes. I have Post-it notes all over my desk.
I have seen your desk, yeah. All my Post-it notes are in here, and like a graphic organizer.
I try to use my phone like that, and I just never grab my phone to pull it out for some
okay.
reason. I'm quicker with a pen and paper. I guess that's the old school in me. I think, I don't know. I'm trying to use the notes feature on my phone all the time. And
I can't do the type on the phone for notes and stuff. It takes too long.
yes,
But
yeah.
I can type on keyboard much faster, and so like this graphic organizer, we're not sponsored by them, but Trello is like one of the best
Okay.
graphic organizers. And I always have it up when as soon as I
Right.
get into work, like I'll open up my web browser and just go to Trello immediately. So I always have my organizer up.
Nice.
It's got like everything on here.
I'm gonna
if I
have
don't
to
have
remember
this, I'm
that.
lost.
I might have to ask you about that later.
Yeah, I'll pitch it to you. I love pitching this program to people. I've gotten so many people to use it.
Did
It's
you
so
really?
nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
But let's get to some customer Q&A. Favorite band and genre you listen to? This is from Avi.
Okay.
That's a good one.
My favorite genre to listen to is 90s alternative.
Nice. Okay.
My favorite band, my go-to gal is Janis Joplin.
Ooh. Okay. Good one.
But if I like AJR, All American Rejects.
Oh. Okay.
Or is it
ARJ?
ARJ, yeah.
Wait.
All American Reject.
AA.
I don't. On the radio, it always says AJR, which I don't understand why.
That's weird.
Yes, I don't know. I know they're All American Rejects or whatever it is, but that's my like feel good. They have a feel good song that I would listen to. But I love 90s alternative. I am more or less like that genre. Yeah, I guess that.
I've been listening to a lot of Deftones recently.
Really?
Yeah.
My son has too.
Yeah, they're great.
They are. They are.
They always played I think it was Change.
Okay.
On the radio. Like I don't see radio stations say they're worldwide, but I don't know if they are. Like K-Rock. Have you heard of K-Rock in Illinois? They were in Pasadena. They're like based in Pasadena, so
Maybe. I know they started doing the streaming of a lot of the and I do iHeartRadio. I'm not on Spotify or anything like that, so I'm a little behind on that. But I know sometimes K-Rock comes on there as like a streaming that you can listen to live radio or
that's cool.
live radio. So maybe that's where I've seen it before because it sounds familiar.
that's why I'm like it's weird that they say that because I'm like, oh, have you heard of K-Rock? And like, because I'm thinking they're worldwide famous,
Right.
like they say they are, but no one's heard of it except for people that live in like Southern California.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
That could
So,
be that could be on there.
If you know what K-Rock is, let me know in the comments. But my favorite genre is hard rock.
Okay.
Definitely, I listen to a lot of hard rock. Favorite band? I have too many. The two that I'm listening to the most right now are Dead Poet Society,
Okay.
and then Royal Blood.
Royal Blood.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't ring a bell, but the Dead Poet Society does.
It was a movie. With
Well, that
Rob
I know,
Lowe.
yes.
Yeah.
That I do know. But I know the music. The music, yes. I remember them. I remember hearing a couple of theirs, but I don't know the other one that you said.
Royal Blood is really good.
Are they?
Yeah.
I have to look into that.
They're good. It's a bassist, vocalist, and a drummer. So it's just
Ooh.
2 people.
I like bass.
Yeah.
I do. That bass guitar for some reason, like Primus. That was one you've never heard of. Look up Primus
Okay.
if you're a fan of bass guitarists.
Mm-hmm.
Les Claypool, I believe he's the bassist in that one.
Okay, I'll check that one. Primus?
Primus.
Okay, I'll have to check that one out.
It's kind of funky.
Okay.
It's kind of funky and kind of like weird in a way, but
Is it like funky, like funk?
No,
Funky?
no.
Okay, but it's just like strange.
it's yeah.
Okay.
I guess you could say because there's Sailing the Seas of Cheese is the name of one of their albums.
Okay. All right. Now I know what I'm getting into. Good. All right.
That's a little funky, little goofball.
All right. I'll check that out if you check out Royal Blood.
Okay,
So
deal.
yeah, it's fantastic. They're so good. And one thing I really like about it is he's crafted like this bass tone that it sounds like a guitar. Mm-hmm. It's really distorted and fuzzy.
Oh, cool.
But when they play live, he hides all of his stuff off stage, and so nobody knows exactly how he's making it. But a lot of people have a lot of guesses.
Okay.
But nobody knows for sure, which
So
is really
it's like a
fun.
Wizard of Oz thing.
I guess so. Hopefully, it's not just a dude with a microphone like making noises in the back.
Could you imagine?
That would be insane. That would be
would
the most talented man ever.
It would be like Milli Vanilli all over again.
Yeah.
Do you know about that?
I
Like,
know who Milli Vanilli
Okay,
is.
and what like because they were lip syncers, like they got called out on being like lip syncing all of their stuff. So
It was when they played live, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
live and recorded stuff. Like it wasn't even really them recording. So
Oh, really? They were just giant fakers?
that's what I remember. That's what I recall.
I mean, you could say the same thing about a lot of boy bands. All they do is just sing and dance.
True.
They're not making.
Didn't really think
music,
about
so,
that. Yeah.
But we look past all that.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for coming on.
Well,
It was
thank you
great.
for having me.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. So as y'all know, this comes out early for blog subscribers, so it comes out on Mondays at 8, and then Fridays at 8 for everybody else, and then it comes out on Spotify then too, so you can check it out there. Let us know about some more Q&A questions. Just leave those in the comments, or you can see some of the stuff that we post on social media where you can ask questions there. And I think that's it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Do you have any closing statements you want to?
I don't. I just enjoy my job.
All right. Perfect.
It was fun being here, though. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Angie.
Thank you.
Cool.